All right, Phil, you are live.
Oh yeah?
You are.
Alright.
A little shop cleanup before our live.
Nothing like having company over to make you want to clean up the shop. So, welcome everybody to another Friday Live. Here we are on the first day of November. So, it's kind of feeling like November outside a little bit. A little rainy, kind of cold. Yeah, it is. Ordinarily we'd have John on the camera, but he's got a sick child, or it's just Friday. So, got Logan on the camera there. We're going to be swinging by to see Dylan and Mark and an important shop upgrade here in the Woodsmith Magazine shop. So we're going to start over with Dylan today, see what he's got going on.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I believe last week I was talking about the floor lamp I was working on, which is done. If we have time, we can maybe take a look at that after we conclude with everybody else. But as of right now, I've moved on to another project, which is right down here. In conjunction with our Shade Horse project, we've done a shop stool kind of in conjunction with that project to kind of be as a companion piece to kind of show you some of the uses of the sawhorse itself, or Shade Horse, excuse me. So we have a three-legged stool down here. The legs have started off square. I created a couple of tenoning jigs that we've actually done in the past with just a core box bit to create our actual tenons. I've got one for the legs and I have one for the stretchers, but as you can see, the legs as well as the stretchers, they start off square like this, and then I just did a little bit of shaping with a straight edge draw knife, moved on to a spoke shave, and then did a little bit of fine tuning work here with a chairmaker's card scraper. So again, first time for me. There is, again, they look probably on camera, they look turned. However, there are quite a few irregularities in this, which is kind of the aesthetic that we're going for. You know, they're not machined, they're handmade, so we want to kind of retain that quality a little bit. So you'll notice too on the seat pan, I did use a little power tooling on the top here. I used a similar technique that we use for the well stick chairs. So I used that Holy Galahad carbide tipped angle grinder head, and then went back with a 70 grit sanding wheel to kind of buff it out, and I'll probably use some card scrapers on that just to get a little bit more of a smooth surface, and those transitions again are just going to be a little more seamless there. So, and then you'll notice kind of on the top here that I've got wedges that will be driven in once construction's fully done. Walnut top, ash legs and stretchers.
You do a little texturing on the outside of the seat too.
Yeah, so there is a little bit of detailing on end here. It kind of looks like cladding on a coin or even the top of a pop bottle, however you want to look at it or compare it to. But I just used a V-groove gouge on the side there with a mallet and just kind of chipped away. Again, just reverting back to some hand tools, a little bit of a departure of what we normally do. But again, it's all kind of part of the aesthetic with the Shade Horse. So yeah, it's been fun to move away from that and explore some new hand tools that I don't really have or had the proficiency in. So yeah, that's what I've got going on this week.
Those are some nice ash legs.
They are nice ash legs. The board that we got was nice and straight. It's actually been quite a joy to work with on the Shade Horse. I haven't had a whole lot of problems with tearing too much grain out. So they look and mill very well. I'll be interested to see what they look like once we apply some oil to it. So.
Okay.
All right, bet you can't find Mark.
Bet you can. Okay, progress on the Empire chest. Last week when we checked in, I was pretty much getting going on the lathe turnings, and I was pretty much a beginner. I hadn't done much lathe work before, so.
And now you're a beginner that's made some.
I'm an absolute expert. So there it is. So I've got the 4 legs, the 4 feet turn. There's the split turning.
Getting close.
The other 2 over here.
Yeah.
So there's the top. So everything's going to be in a darker stain. We've got the top's darker, the feet are darker, the split turnings are darker. The knobs that are going on the drawers are darker. So I'm going to get these lacquered this afternoon and get it all assembled on Monday. So that's what I've got going on.
If only people who are watching this could smell the lacquer in here. You would be losing brain cells left and right.
Indeed. Yeah, it's pretty potent in here today.
Yeah.
But you've been up to something else too,
I have been up
haven't
to
you?
something. I've been organising. So
You've
while I've been
had
waiting
enough.
for paint to dry, I have been organising the shop.
Yeah. So let's take a look at it. Let's
Take a
talk
look
about
at
that.
my fabulous organising creation with thousands upon thousands of router bits, which probably 99% of them are dull anyway, so
We don't have dull router bits in the
No.
shop.
so there it is. It's a work of art, eh?
That is what we call a forest of router bits.
Yeah.
And
So that's just resting on the wainscoting in the back, right?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then some legs on the front.
Yeah. So it's kind of just a nice router display.
Stadium
Yep.
seating.
Yeah.
Stadium seating for your
router
router bits. Because we've over the years collected and thrown away, I don't know, countless numbers of bits.
there's some honkers in there that we don't use very often.
Right, like this guy right here.
Yeah, like that guy. Like this big old honker down there. The big old, is that
This-
like a coping stick,
this one?
yeah, or something.
That's I think it's actually a raised panel bit with
Is
a
it?
back cutter on it.
Nice.
To create an even tongue.
Of course, because
And it weighs, I don't know, 3 or 4 pounds maybe.
yeah,
There are definitely some fun ones in here. Where did I just see the, it's also like a little bit Where's Waldo trying to find everything.
Yeah. I will get to organising them in such a way eventually, but
you guys
for the most part, the pile of router bits is kind of organised,
we still have more. Like
and I still need more room.
Yeah.
still
I
have
just
some
saw the Infinity Mega Dado
milling bit
no,
there. Section F, 4th row from the top. I'm zooming in
oh,
on
right
it.
there.
Yep.
right
Yeah.
here. That one's pretty sweet for your
Panel flattening.
slab flattening folk out there.
Yep.
It's also surprising the number of roundover bits that folk can accumulate too.
Yeah. That'll be the 50-yard section.
Best seats in the house. All right.
Okay. You got anything?
I don't have anything. I got the table wrapped up. I only have just a couple of Christmas presents left, and I'm going to be done hopefully on time, maybe a little early this year without having to spray lacquer on right before I need to wrap up those gifts. So
You're not gonna
Anyway.
pull a John Doyle and come in on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve and do that? No. See, I'm going to be traveling for Christmas Eve, so.
Phil, I got the lamp on if you want to.
Oh, let's go take a look at the lamp out there.
See if you can expose Becky as well.
Technical crew.
Yeah.
AV Club.
So this is the result of the lamp that I've been working on for a few weeks, at least from the construction standpoint of it. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. Look forward to it coming up in the next issue.
Nice.
James, that was a suggestion about your stool.
Okay.
Just not forget to turn the curves. So that that's good.
The curves for the wedges.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Phil's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Phil's got it.
There we
There
go.
it is. Because you don't want your stool blowing apart.
No. In more ways than one.
Yes.
Logan, you got anything? You been working on anything?
No, next week.
Next week? You
Next
keep
week.
saying next week.
Okay, here, take the camera.
Okay, I got the camera.
Okay.
Run, Luke, run!
Hold on. So these guys are the only ones I have. But they're kind of fun. They're kind of different, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to be taking a trip, we being my wife and kids and I are going to be heading down to Florida for a couple of weeks in April. And I'm going to be taking a fishing trip from down there. So I figure it'd be kind of fun to bring some big old saltwater size crankbaits. So I'm working on a couple different crankbaits here. I have sanded away my templates so you guys can't really see the shape. But these will be big old 6-inch saltwater cranks. Be kind of fun to see if we can get out and catch some mahi-mahi with these guys. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this was just kind of a quick little start to a project last week. But that's all I've been doing.
Nice.
Just kind of quick little starts. Never finishing any of them,
Right.
but quick little starts.
It's the best part of woodworking.
But that's all I have. Real quick, I had something. What did I have earlier? I was going to talk about. So this week we ran a trial run. Phil, John, and I ran a trial run of the Woodshop Boys podcast on Monday. That's the official name now.
Yeah.
Because I said it on camera.
Wow.
But we are going to be starting to do a weekly podcast, I believe, maybe bi-weekly. We haven't decided yet. But that will be airing on all the podcast channels, as well as there will be a video stream on YouTube for that. It will not be live, more than likely. However, when we get those episodes done, we will be uploading them to YouTube as well. So keep an eye out for those. Probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I would guess, we'll have our first one out. Our pilot that we shot went pretty well. Have a couple audio things to fix. Other than that, it'll be fun. Hey, we have a question. Wait, there's a caller. Caller one.
Actually, you have a lot of router bits. Do you have many hand planes? Do you use the ones that were in the magazine?
So was it Scott?
Yep.
Scott says, "Wow, we have a lot of router bits." Yes, we do, Scott. And he wants to know if we have a lot of hand planes and if we use them. I think we have a few hand planes here. I think I probably have more hand planes at home than we have in the shop here. We have a few upstairs as well in our office. There's a cart. So we have a set of hand planes above Chris's bench that he uses, or that are, I guess, general shop planes. So we have, we don't have a number 7 up there, but we have a couple. I think we have a number 6. We have a few smoothers up there. There is a random low angle scraping plane, a rabbit plane, and then a whole stable of block planes. But not all of us use them all the time. I use them fairly regularly. I use mine in my shop very regularly. Here, I think more people would probably be apt to use them if they were always 100% sharp, but they're not always 100% sharp. We also have a shooting plane over there that kind of lives next to Steve's bench. So
I think a lot of people, well, I know that when I'm working on projects,
Yeah.
I bring my own planes in.
yes, and I do as well, usually. So I'll occasionally grab one of these if I'm like, this would be a lot faster with a hand plane, and I didn't have to bring one of mine. But yeah, I tend to bring my own if I can, because I know they're sharp and I feel a lot better using my own tools. So. Because the shop rule is, if it's everybody's,
It's nobody's.
it's nobody's. So stuff doesn't get taken care of.
Tragedy of
all
the
the
commons.
time. Yes. I did try to sharpen up that scraper plane for a seminar last week. This guy here. It needs a little more tickling to get it in working shape, I believe. So, but yes, we do have one. Is there any others, Becky? No? Okay.
You want
That's all.
to remind folk to subscribe on YouTube?
Yes, just to YouTube or to our magazine as well. 'Cause we
All
produce
of
a
it.
magazine.
Let's do it all.
Yes. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you. Make sure you hit subscribe, as well as Facebook. Go over to YouTube and hit subscribe for that. If you guys don't get Woodsmith Magazine, that is why we do what we do. We produce content for the magazine on a bi-monthly basis. Probably some of the best woodworking plans you will find anywhere. And I can shamelessly say that. Or if you like everything we do have a Woodsmith Unlimited membership that you can get. That gets you the magazine, it gets you video edition, so our premium video content, as well as a handful of plans every
Online
year,
education
and
classes.
online education classes, and I believe the seminars as well. The seminars are part of that?
I don't remember.
Check on that and
Check
we'll
on
let
that.
you guys know.
Yeah.
But we do have a seminar coming up next. I guess it's this month. Crap, it's
Yep.
November now.
November already.
So Phil has a seminar right on
Box making.
box making. So
14th.
on 14th. So if you guys are interested in that, go check that out. It is woodsmithshop.com/seminars. Right?
Yep.
Boom, nailed
Nailed
it. All right, so otherwise we will catch you guys next week here in the shop.